Hi, my name is Dawson Cloutier, and this is my 4th year of SOS. For my project, I chose to do the core value of discipline. To me, discipline means to do something you may not want to do or may feel uncomfortable doing to have a better outcome. For my project, I went around the community and interviewed several people on how they use discipline in different aspects of their lives. First, let's go to my band teacher, Mr. Casson Scowcroft.
At home, as an adult, you have to use self-discipline all the time or else nothing gets done.
See you later.
Like, if I don't do the dishes, they don't get done, and my house gets disgusting. If I don't clean up after the cats and, clean their litter box, it's disgusting, and I live in a pigsty. So I have to force myself to do the things I don't want to do in order to, have the things I want, like a nice house and a clean kitchen and a good dinner. All the things that I want, I have to work for. And so I make myself I have self-discipline to do the things I need to do. And then it's at work, it's pretty much the same idea. I have to put in the time or else stuff doesn't get done. Like in band, if I don't plan the lesson, then then the rehearsal doesn't go, and then the band sounds bad, and kids don't like it, and then they'll quit, and then my program goes away. Or, I have to be disciplined to keep track and do kids' grades correctly. Otherwise, their parents get really mad at me. So it's at work, like at home, it's just a system of consequences. I know that if I don't do this, then this will happen, and it's nobody's fault but mine. So I got to do what I got to do. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And if that's pretty much what motivates me to do that stuff. And I think I probably use self-discipline the way you're talking about more at work than I do at home, because a lot of times I'll let the dishes pile up, or I'll go too long for the cat box, or all the hundreds of things I have to do at home. I can get away with that because I live alone. At work, I have to deal with students and with fellow teachers and with administration and with deadlines and all that stuff.
And me.
And students like you who want to interview me. And although this is something I don't mind doing, so I don't have to force myself. But there's more pressure to perform these things at work than there is at home.
Next, let's go to Tori Kuwahara, who is the coordinator for Trio Upward Bound at the high school. How do you use self-discipline at your work?
Well, since my supervisor is off-site and I'm pretty much in charge of running a program with certain objectives, I have to make sure that every day I'm working towards those goals and objectives without having someone tell me every day or every hour what I need to be working on. So I do a lot of to-do lists and time management to help make sure that I'm on track and that I'm set on reaching my goals.
How do you use discipline at your home in everyday life?
Pretty much for remembering to pay bills and rent, clean the house, go grocery shopping, all those chores that I typically don't enjoy doing, but I need to. So I usually make it around to doing those when I need to, but it is more difficult, I would say, than at work.
And then which one do you think you use more?
I definitely use self-discipline more at work because I have certain responsibilities that other people are counting on me for, whereas at home, if I don't do grocery shopping for a week, I'm just going to have to figure out what I'm going to eat, and I have to deal with it myself. So I certainly think that I use self-discipline more at work because I want to make sure that I do a good job and please my supervisor along with the students that I serve.
And now, here's Kim Stevenson, who is the special ed teacher at the high school. How do you use discipline at your work?
I discipline myself to always remain as kind and patient as I can, even though sometimes it's not so easy. So it's a definite conscious effort. It's a discipline.
How do you use it at your home in your personal life?
When I go through the grocery store, I don't go into the middle, and I go, because where the processed foods are, I go by I avoid the chocolate because I love it, and I buy lots of vegetables on the outside of the store. I'm disciplined. I don't buy bad food.
And which one do you think you use more, at home or at work?
Work's not so hard because it's pretty cool. I like it. So mostly I'm fighting myself to not eat naughty chocolate.
Finally, please meet April Springer and her dog Sparky of the Reach Plumbing and Heating. How do you use self-discipline at your work?
Well, first of all, I have to be at work at a certain time. So the first thing that I do is make sure that I get up early and get ready for work, and that I have enough time to drive here and get here on time. And if I'm very tired from the night before, I make sure I set an alarm so that I can get up and be here. So then, when I get to work, I make sure that I know exactly what I have to do, what has to be done, and then I prioritize that based on what needs to be done first. And then I get that finished, and I work through my list each day.
How do you use it at your home in your personal life?
At home, self-discipline, well, shoot. Well, when I get home, in my personal life, for example, if at work I don't want to do personal things, so I make sure that I take a lunch and go do my personal work on that time. That's disciplining my time. I'll schedule things during lunchtime. And then at night, I schedule things for right after work, and everything's scheduled. I keep a list of everything on my phone, on a calendar, with alarms to go off and tell me when to go. Okay.
And which one do you think you use more often, at work or at home?
Definitely self-discipline at work more than at home, because at home I could be pretty flexible with whatever I do, and at home I'm working for somebody else, so it's very important that I get their work done first.